guys on Papa Rome's. If you want to fall off the bone, literally, meal, wild game, wild caught, catch, clean and cook, woodchuck, known as groundhog. I mean, don't get much more tender than that. Got a catch and cook woodchuck coming at you. Pretty good heart shot, right where I aimed, passed through. These Hornady bullets, 22 Magnum, did a pretty good number on this woodchuck here. Alright, so last night I ended up, well, yesterday afternoon I ended up harvesting this groundhog with my 22 mag. They've been getting into our garden, they've been chewing up pretty good there, the walls. Hopefully it's not too frozen. I threw them right directly into my chest freezer, so I could do a video for you guys today and skin them out, just to show that part of the process here. So for this, I'm going to be using a knife that I haven't used for quite a few years now. My father gave me this charade. This is my first hunting knife I ever had. He gave it to me when I was 10 years old, and I am happy to have taken care of it the way I have and still have it today. If any of you guys have a knife like this, or a knife that you guys had passed down from your family generation, leave it down in the comment below. I want to hear about it. I think it's a pretty cool thing. This is the Old Timers, made in Ellenville, New York. So I love it. Put a nice edge on it, ready to go. Okay, a little thing I'm going to do here. Let's go around each ankle. That'll help us in the long run here. Now he's still frozen, so I'm going to have a little bit of a tough time. I'm going to come right up the inner leg, right to the anal gland. See, that's why I like that knife, because it's got a nice edge to do that with. Nice sharp bend in that blade. Come right across here, right to the other leg. All my trappers out there, you know what I'm doing. Just gonna tie a little knot here that I could try to tighten up on him if possible. I believe that'll do it. I can pull that tight, just like that. That'll give me a tightening. Or I'll put his leg right in there, the one that we peeled out already. And you just pull tight, just like that. He's frozen, so I hope he's gonna peel out. Wish this smelled better, but really not looking forward to eating the woodchuck. Yeah, I can feel it's not gonna want to peel like when they're warm. I didn't want to do this in the dark for quality purposes, so I waited till today, which isn't a good thing. Usually you want to take care of them right away. See where I shot him, right through the heart. 22 Magnum, did a number on him. Good caliber if you're doing varmint, coyote even. After looking at the damage here, I could see that 22 bullet did a number on him, but I'm going to keep only from here back. I don't want to keep the front, because sometimes the lead out of the bullet will fragment all throughout the meat. That's just not worth it. So I'm going to end up taking care of that. Kind of smells like wet grass, except a lot worse. The hell, oh god. How are you supposed to eat that? Everything north of the diaphragm is pretty much turned to jello. Yeah, I would suggest if you're going to eat these, do a headshot next time. Sage. Bay leaf. We need 2 or 3 here. Couple leaves.
Wait up. Go. Good job. Come over to the right. Right there. Good job, Lily.
Little pieces here. Little at a time. Chip it off. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about what I'm going to do here. It's really windy today, so I would have liked to made a big fire, have it fully engulfed around this up in the woods, but because of the wind, I'm going to go off safety first. It's just not worth doing it. So I'm at my house here, and I'm going to cook it over a fire still, cast iron. I'm banking wood in the back, and that's going to start heating up the rock and stone. I can keep feeding it into the back here. This grill and grate could slide. It's adjustable all the way to the back when that burns down and you have a hot bed of coal. But right now I'm going to primarily heat it off a flame. So I'm going to get this nice and hot. I'm going to do my initial searing and cooking right in here. Then after it all burns down, either if I like the temperature here, I could keep feeding wood in the front, or when that burns, I could keep sliding it down and add wood all around it. It's the luxury of having cast iron, and you're able to keep the heat consistent all the way through. Good thing about cast iron is when it's really windy out or cold, it retains its heat for quite some time after, for 45 minutes up to an hour. We'll get that woodchuck going soon. This is just going to have to heat up a little bit. These cast iron frying pans, usually you treat them by rubbing them down with oil and get them nice and warm and hot, and that's it. You don't want to put soap water in it because they're porous metal, and it'll absorb that in and release it back into your food, causing it to rust out early. So you want to keep them seasoned by having oil coats on them. But the good thing about cast iron is it's very durable, so you can take it into the mountains and beat the crap out of them. All right, well, here's the meat. First time I'm ever eating a woodchuck. Gotta say, when I was field dressing it, it did not have a good odor. The odor was really bad. My breakfast almost came up. That's how bad it was. After cleaning all the meat and washing it, removing as much fat as possible, it looks kind of like rabbit. Not really like squirrel, but more like a rabbit. And the ribs look like a lamb, which I love lamb. But it still has a gamey smell. And that's why I chose to do it braised long, cooking it for a long period. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, what I'm gonna do is very simple. I'm gonna do adobo, garlic powder, onion powder, and that's it. The rest is gonna be all natural ingredients. I'm gonna flip it, same thing. Ribs nice, and that's it. You can hear that cast iron popping. I got oil in there already, which is a little too hot, if you ask me. Because I put water in there too, and that's why you're getting that. Bacon. It's gonna just bring out a lot of nice flavor. I love cooking with bacon when I do long, slow cooking like this. We're gonna add all our vegetables. We got onion, tomato, garlic, zucchini, pepper, all out of the garden here. What a smell coming out of here, I'll tell you that. Carrot. Three bay leaves and fresh sage. That's going to stay right on there on the vine. Just like that. Alright, so for deglazing today, I'm going to be using some rose wine. I have a quarter bottle here, and I'm going to be using this here to deglaze. It's a nice red wine, but it's sweet. So I'm hoping that it complements all the different flavors that I'm adding into here. I'm also going to add water, 1 jar of water, because it's going to be cooking for such a long period. I want it to cook, and it's going to evaporate until it renders all the way down, and it's going to make a nice braise for me here. Last part, I'm going to add that bacon right back on top. And that's going to simmer right down to the end. Alright, we're going to put the lid on it. We'll check it in a few hours. That's my lunch right there. It's a homemade wrapped Swiss chard. It has anchovy, garlic, a whole bunch of stuff. stuffed inside and then baked with sesame seeds. I'm just heating that up on top. Nice. It's amazing. Wow. What a smell. It's a perfect simmer to get it braised right where I want it. But I'm gonna add a little bit more water and then crank up the heat a little more, and that'll like double break down the meat. It also keeps it from drying out. Probably another 2 hours and that'll be more than full off the bone. This is 3 hours after, and I keep stacking wood, and I also reloaded water 3 jugs. So looking good. Just re-put it. It came up to a boil, and I'm gonna let it simmer. Turned a nice color. And at this point, I'm gonna not add any more water. The fire is gonna start to die, and it's gonna leave a bigger simmer or a lower simmer, and it'll just make it real nice, fall apart, fall off the bone, and make a thick gravy. At the end, I might put potatoes for the last hour or half hour and thicken it up even more. Okay, we're gonna have a look here. It's been like 5 hours cooking now. Look at that, cooking all the way down. The meat's definitely pulled, and it's where we want it to be. I'll put that lid on. Now I'll put a piece of toast because this is really hot right on top. Now I'll toast, and another 15 minutes we'll be done. Okay, moment of truth. Now this thing has been simmering down here for like 5 hours, I think. Right here, bread's nice and toasted. Take that off. Whoa, look at that. And that is perfect braised woodchuck. Look at that, how beautiful. What a perfect simmer, nice braised woodchuck. And we're gonna test it out right now, see what it tastes like. I am excited because it's been cooking all day, and this thing is gonna be like pulled pork. I'm gonna talk about pulled. That's pulled. Take a little bit off the tenderloin. I mean, it don't get much more tender than that. That's like better than pulled pork. You can take a chunk. That bacon's even pulled. I never had bacon fall apart that much. Here's some of that pulled bacon. And my toast. Some of this right on top. It's like a bruschetta. Some of the front shoulder. Trying to take out, oh, there's a rib bone. We don't want that. Alright, well, I'm going to take this and put the lid back on it, take it off the heat. It is done. We're going to move it. What does it look like? Pulled pork. Alright, here it is, the moment of truth. First time ever trying it. Obviously, it is fall off the bone. That was hip bone, by the way. There's a woodchuck hair. I can't stand woodchuck hair. Can't stand any hair in my food. except for when I have cow hoof stew. All right, so try a nice fatty piece here of the back leg. Bottoms up. Cheers. The way I seasoned it, I guess, the way it's cooked, there's no gamey flavor. No gamey flavor. It's actually as tender as pork, which is amazing. Here's some of the bruschetta, fresh parsley, carrots. You got everything on there. Pepper, tomato. Piece of bacon. That's amazing. I mean, this is a hearty meal that is extremely flavorful. Any 5-star restaurant would want to put this together. I mean, this is good. I'm actually really into this meal. This is really good. I thought when I was taking care of it, I thought it was going to be really gamey because of the smell. But my dog wants some. But it's not. I always thought it was disgusting to eat a woodchuck, to be honest with you. It was a younger one, so that could be why. Maybe a bigger one is going to smell and taste horrible. I ate squirrel. Didn't see much of a difference in it. This is probably better than rabbit. But it's stewed together for 5 hours solid. I had that stewing up, simmering. You cook it down, add more water. 3 times I added big jugs of water, which was probably equivalent to like 8 cups at a time. And just kept it going down, and then at the end you let it cook all the way till it pretty much braises itself. And honestly, this tastes just like lamb shank. That's really what it comes down to. It tastes like, I mean, this is the hind quarter. Got even some of that gelatinous, let's see if I can get it, gelatinous tendon right in there. See that right there? Man, oh man. It's really good, guys. It's very similar to pork, pulled pork. Well, I'm going to finish up my meal. I've been cooking all day, hanging out. It's been really hot, sun's glaring down. But if you want to make a good meal, use fresh ingredients, natural ingredients, and very few times will it come out horrible, I've noticed. Especially long cooking, stewing, over fire. I mean, you put your heart into that meal. But this is just phenomenal. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment below what you think about it, because I'll be honest, this meal freaked me out. More than eating the beaver the last time. So let me know what you think. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, not down, up. Leave a comment and subscribe. Take care, guys.